Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all well on this lovely Sunday evening. I'm just going to wait for more of you to join so that we can start the fish farming, which all of you have been so excited about. First of all, as you always know, I want to know where you're watching me from. So put in the comment section where you're watching us from today, whether it's on the continent in Africa or whether you're in America or Nigeria, like in Europe somewhere, wherever it is, I want to know where you are watching us from today. Hey, Corey, good afternoon, all the way from the USA. It's good to have you, sis. And then we have Donna. Hi, Donna. Where you watching? Alabama. We've got Eric in Birmingham, Alabama. Wow. We've got Jackson. We've got, is it Georgia? We've got Las Vegas. Hey, Edmund. Hey, Edmund. Hey, my people are on. It's good to see you guys. It's so good to see you guys. One of the things that, for Guba, Grow, Unite, Build Africa is to really give insight on the investable opportunities here in Ghana. And, we want to start off the low hanging fruit, ones that you can just close your eyes and do, right? And then we take it a step further. So we're starting with these ones slowly but surely so that you can get comfortable in investing and then invest bigger and bigger and bigger. As you know, we've done Grow for Me. Grow for Me is a virtual farm. You can own a virtual farm in Ghana. So you pick your crop. You can pick, I don't know, pineapples, cassava, cashew, tomatoes, whatever it is, you can pick, and basically they would do it for you. Then I think we did 24-hour economy. So 24-hour economy, we're telling you the investable opportunities in the Volta region in agriculture. And then we did soursop last 2 weeks or so. Soursop went amazingly well. And, we've done fish farming before. We actually took people to Lapman Farms to see how it's done. I actually did an interview with Gabriel myself. And so it's really good that you guys are on. I want to see more of you on before I bring on Gabriel. So yeah, keep telling me what you're doing. How is your new year so far? Hasn't the month gone so quick? We are literally going to be in May. Like, we're going to blink our eyes and it's going to be Christmas. The years is going the months, the years, everything is going so fast. I just can't believe it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't. So, hi, Frederick, Plymouth, London. Okay, my London people are here. What? Hey. Who else is from London? It looks like the Americans are beating us all, Joe. Where is the American? Where is my UK people? Where are you? Because, like, seriously, there's a lot of people in the US here. Okay, you see, Chanel just came, Atlanta, GA. Oh my God, big up to the Atlanta people, man. They're all here. Hey, Dennis from the UK, Dennis Teta, what's up? Hey, what? Okay, I'm still waiting for more of you to join because we know the number. It hasn't reached. I don't want anyone to be left out, to email us, oh, I didn't get to join on time and all of that. We want to make sure that everybody is on. Everybody gets the information and we are good. Okay, so make sure that you have your questions ready. Okay, for Gabby, as I call him. Make sure that you have your information ready, questions that you've been having, the research that some of you've been doing, all of that. But in Africa, we eat a lot of fish. We love fish. So even if you're trying to do it just for yourself, you will be able to sell this fish. Because in Africa, the tilapia here, we love our tilapia and our catfish. So there's a huge market on the continent. Even like Nigeria, the neighboring countries, the amount of fish that they absorb It's a real good one. Just for the continent, like how you can be exporting out just for the continent. It's a big, 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 big deal. Yeah, Douglasville, Georgia is here. Clack it, clack it. Okay. I think we're nearly there. I think we can start shortly. But for those of you that have not joined the Goober Diaspora Network, you should be joining this network because this is opportunities that we bring. And anybody that's a member gets a discount. So it's really important that some of you who are on this platform join us because this is how we're going to be able to support each other, share information, and make sure that you are involved in the development of Africa and you get firsthand of the opportunities that are happening. We bring so many different opportunities to you. And there's going to be more that's going to be coming your way. And also, if you didn't know, we do tours. So if you wanted to do tours on some of these farms, we do that. If you want to do trade missions to government officials, we do that. We do cultural tours. We do cultural tours with Corey, who's here. Welcome to the motherland. We do so many things as a brand. And so I'll encourage you all to, join the Goober Diaspora Network. I will put the details on here. And then we can get started. Gab, are you ready? Gabby, are you ready to come on the screen? And give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Hey, there's no thumbs up. That means he's not ready. I can see him on the screen. He's just preparing his slides. But I have Pearl on. I'll introduce Pearl. Pearl's going to be actually doing the interview today. I just came to say hi. And when you got your makeup done and you're looking really cute, you just have to show me. Yeah, one of those ones. No, I'm only pulling your leg. I'm only pulling your leg. But no, Pearl is going to be doing the interview today with Gabby. She actually went on the farm with him. She did a training with him. We took a group of diasporans. So she really, really knows Gabby and she has gone to the farm. So have I, but so welcome on stage. Drum roll. Hey, Pearl.
Hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Lady D, for that amazing, amazing intro. And it's so exciting to see everyone on this call, ready to learn, ready to invest, ready to make that life-changing decision. And I'm so happy that you've taken time to be here this evening. And today we have Gabriel on the call. Gabriel is a dynamic agribusiness leader and the CEO of Latman Farms, and he has a strong reputation within the aquaculture space. You can tap him in his sleep and he would immediately give you everything you need to start that farm in Ghana and even wherever you are. So he has hands-on experience in developing and managing fish farming operations, and his work focuses on creating sustainable, not just a one-off wonder, but sustainable and profitable farming systems, while also guiding new investors into how to successfully navigate the industry. So he's the right person that we've brought to you today to inform you on how best to invest in fish farming. At this point, I would put Gabriel on so that we can all say hi to him and also hear what he has to say. Over to you, Gabriel.
Hi everyone. It's nice to see everyone over here to join this amazing live stream. I mean, we've been talking about doing a lot in the aquaculture space, and I'm saying this. I can't say a lot because there's a lot we can all collectively do. And today is the day we are going to really understand what it takes to be in such an industry. And then also we'll look at the opportunities available in the industry. So, I mean, it's amazing to be here to share a few of what I know and what I think it's something we can all look out forward to.
No, definitely. Thank you so much. And just before we dive into your presentation, we wanted to just ask a few key questions, especially for our new investors on the call who might be curious about what exactly it takes to run a successful farm, or also to even have the right tools needed to have excellent investments. And my first question for you is, from your experience, why is fish farming becoming such an attractive investment right now? Why is it so attractive, especially in this time?
Okay, so fish farming has become extremely attractive in this time due to several factors. Okay, and so one of the main factors as to why fish farming is something we need to look out for is as a result of the demand and the supply in Africa at large, and also in relation to us as human beings, what we require in terms of protein. Fish is incorporated in a lot of our diets, and it is one of the main sources of protein for which human beings, especially in Africa, always go forward for. The challenge in this market currently is there's a lot more demand there's a lot more demand than what we are able to supply. And because
Mm,
of this, there is this thing called aquaculture, which is basically human beings deciding to set up systems to farm fish and make them available to everybody. Also, in the year 2024, right? In the year 2020, a data came out quite recently, and it was talking about the capture fisheries. So when you say capture fisheries, they are fish caught in the wild. Okay, and
okay.
we looked at the capture fisheries and we looked at aquaculture at large. So aquaculture at large is fish that human beings decided to sort of go in and farm. And since creation in 2022 was the first time ever aquaculture, in terms of what globally, what everyone was able to get, we realized that aquaculture exceeded that of capture fisheries, which means that
Wow.
there is a decrease in supply of fish that we can get from the capture fisheries, but there is an alternative for us because we have a growing population, we have a growing demand, we have a growing need for protein and fish. And so aquaculture has now become the go-to space for fish. Another aspect of it is also about the industry. The industry has gotten to a point where it's ripe. Okay. There are
Mm,
times where you can see something that is interesting, but probably the industry isn't right at that time. Currently, as I speak to you
mm,
now, in 2024, the government, that is the government of Ghana, decided to put up an aquaculture development plan. Now, this aquaculture development plan has a lot of things that it is supposed to do. So, one of the key
okay.
things this aquaculture development plan is supposed to do is to, first of all, promote aquaculture investments where we have um, both government and private individuals coming together to invest into aquaculture. And so, based on this plan, the government is trying to create the enabling environment for fish farmers or all other people in the value chain of fish farming. And so
Okay.
we are seeing um, government is trying to facilitate access to land, capital, skilled labor, and also provide some incentives, which an example of them that we are looking forward to from the aquaculture development plan is a tax waiver for investors. And these investors, a
Oh,
lot of these
wow.
investors are going to be people in the diaspora. Another thing that we are trying to do is out of the aquaculture development plan we currently do have, now Ghana as a country is able to provide about 117,000 metric tons of fish annually. And that is still not enough for all of us. And so this plan is a plan that government has decided to put in place, which is supposed to be yielded in the next 2 years, that is in 2028, to double whatever we are doing currently. And the way to be able to do that is going to be through aquaculture. Now, this translates into a lot of money in the sense that all of the things I've said so far, we are looking at government, we are trying to raise the fish market. And when I say fish market, you're talking about farmed fish market. So, farmed fish market is human beings deciding to farm fish. And in this particular aquaculture development plan, government is trying to increase the market share, which is from 14% in 2021 to 25% in 2028, which translates to an amount of $132 million to about $314 million. And if you look at the gap in there financially, this is an option that I feel it's a good time for us to get involved and make something out of it. So I believe this is the right time. I mean, the industry looks ripe. There are a lot of industry players, input suppliers. There are a lot of people doing a lot of things in. I have consulted for people outside of Ghana. So this because you're on this live stream, I can give you a lot more details. Okay. Now,
Thank you so much for that excellent intro and all the details, especially when you spoke about the tax aspect, because it's something that new investors will definitely want to hear when it comes to making sure that they can invest as much as they want to without the hassle of running within the tax base. And
yeah.
one question that I ask is, upon everything that you've said, which fish species or segments are currently the most profitable in the space? What are some of the
Okay.
fish species that you can let us know about?
Okay. So to let us understand, now we have the freshwater fish species. Okay, so these freshwater fish species are going to be the tilapia and the catfish. And then we've got the marine life species, and then we've got the brackish water species. So marine life, any fish that comes from the ocean. And then brackish water, we are talking about the shrimps and all of those. But currently in Ghana, as a result of developments that we've seen in the industry, that is an industry that has gone through a lot of challenges and has sort of re- sort of developed and learned the proper lessons. The current species we normally see are the freshwater species, which we are seeing both catfish and tilapia, which are the predominant ones. Out of all of this, about 80% of the Ghanaian market is geared towards tilapia. People eat tilapia a lot,
Okay.
but catfish, about like I would say, about 5 years ago, didn't have as high as 20%. But currently, as I speak to you now, it is also gaining some good level of popularity.
No, definitely. And now to the question that I'm sure is on everyone's minds. What is the realistic capital that is required to start, if it's small, medium, or large scale fish farming? What amount would you advise anyone on the call who's ready to start, cash ready, can start even the next tomorrow? What is the
Good,
realistic capital that is needed?
good. So, for you guys who have joined, I'm hoping you really did, or you watched the video I did with
Yes,
Ken,
Paul.
give you an idea, and then it will give you perspective of what we are trying to do. Now we've got different systems and different packages for the farms. Now, when you want to start a fish farm, there are one of the main things you need to look out for has to do with what am I going to use as my culturing system? What am I going to use to culture my fish? And so we've got the earthen ponds. So you see that people dig the grounds and then they put fish in there. They are also sometimes called the mud ponds. We've got the plastic tank ponds. These are like the big poly tanks or big basins or reservoirs, which are made out of plastic, and we just pour fish in. People can use 25-liter barrels and what have you. Then we've got the concrete ponds. So concrete ponds are basically ponds made out of concrete. And then now we've got what we use a lot on our farm and a lot of the projects we are on, which are known as the tarpaulin ponds. Now, these tarpaulin ponds are ponds that let me use the word makeshift, so they can easily be assembled, and then you can have your farm in less than a day. Now, based on these packages, Latma Farms, we've got different packages. We've got a package for 150 tilapia, which is around 6,500 Ghana cedis. We've got a package for 400 tilapia, which is around 8,000 Ghana cedis. We've got a package for 600 tilapia, 9,500, and as high as 1,500 tilapia, which is 13,500 Ghana cedis. Now, all of these packages do come with the tarpaulin material, the metal wicks, the plumbing materials, the installation, the fish that you would need. So if I say a pond takes 1,500 fish, then the package I'm mentioning also includes 1,500 fish. Then we are looking at the feed as well. So we provide you with feed for the first 3 months of production in these packages. Then we are looking at, if it's tilapia, you get an aerator. If it is not tilapia and it's catfish, you don't need an aerator. Then it comes with a cover net, and then it comes with a scoop net. All the same, we've got packages for tilapia, and then we've got packages for catfish. But they normally they are hovering around between 6,500 Ghana cedis, so about 13,500. So can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Thank you so much.
Good. So those are the
Those
two
packages
packages
are,
available.
yes, they sound
Yeah,
really amazing. And I love that your team is including everything that would be needed to make sure that the fish are settled in. But with these figures, can you give us an idea of how much the profit or what would profit look like? For
good.
example, for the 150 tilapia, what is the expected profit that would be on that, and even beyond to the other packages, just to get our people on the call to understand and appreciate how much the profit is as compared to what you invest, how much you are also going to benefit from it.
Okay, so these packages I've mentioned are basically packages for people who want to set up, they want us to set up a farm in any of their space. So like they've got a land somewhere, there's nothing going on over there, and they want to make good use of the land. And for the matter, these are the packages we share with them. Okay, so if someone says, hey, I want you to set up a farm for me over here or over there, these are the packages we share with you. Now, when we share these packages with you, the ROI on your general fish farming is between 20 to 25% realistically. And realistically, I'm talking about per annum in your first year of production. Then, when I say in your first year of production, you see every production cycle or every fish farm that you set up has cycles. So, first production cycle is about a period of first 6 months of production. So, in a year, you can have 2 cycles of production.
Okay.
Subsequent years, so year one, you're looking at somewhere around like 20 or 25% thereabouts. Subsequent years, that is year two, year three, you are working somewhere around 30%. It can be higher based on the systems and things you put in place on the ground. But generally, a minimum of around 20 to 25% should be the ROI you are seeing on the various packages that we've shared as well.
Hmm. Hi, Gabby, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. So once a farm is established, how easy it is for people to scale operations? Like once you come in, you set up, what exactly do they need? Because I know being
Good.
on the ground, how careful you have to be when you have your fish. It's not just a matter of having the fish and everything is smooth and your fish are fine, but what exactly is needed to make sure that everything is operating at an optimum?
All right. So when we are setting up a new fish farm, okay, before you want to, like you say, you want to start a fish farm, the first thing we do is we do a feasibility assessment of the site. So feasibility assessment is basically checking the space. So for example, if you've got like you've got like a one plot, you can have about 13 ponds of the 1,000 capacity. That's 13,000 fish. But when we come over there, we look at the capacity of the space, we look at the availability of water, and if possible, we run water quality analysis on the water source. So the water sources we are looking at stream, river, lake, provided they are okay and they are clean. Then we are also looking at pipe-borne can be used. We are looking at boreholes can be used. And I mean, in some places, people you try to use rainwater, which you always have to think sustainability. Whatever I'm doing, how long can that last? And so we come there, we do these assessments. After these assessments, then we tell you, we send you a feasibility report that says, you know what, you can do your farm. So now let's say someone says, well, go check my place. We went there, we checked the place, it ticked all the boxes. Then we go there and we do the setup. Now, because we know a lot of people who start these things or who want to do fish farming is your first time. You know nothing about it. And we also know the possibility of information overload. So after doing this thing for quite a number of years, what we realized was to give information in bits. Most of the people who may join this call are not necessarily going to be the people on ground to take good look of their fish. So Latma Farms decided to start something very, very new. Last year, those who joined the webinar probably didn't know about this, but this is something that we started this year. With Pearl, we decided to develop an app. What is this app going to do for you? So this app is an app that if we set up your farm, whoever is going to manage the farm will be logged into the app. So for example, let's say Pearl, you are the owner of the farm or the financier of the farm, but for some reason you cannot be the person on the farm. I am the person who is on your farm, maybe as a farm manager. So I am logged onto the farm. So the details of your farm, when I say details of your farm, your fish, their stock, all of the things that they need in terms of, so for example, day one, we are going to log the size of the pond, the location of the pond, the name of the farm, how many fish we stocked in that particular pond, the water quality as at that day, did we have any mortalities? These are the daily records that will be taken from the farm. And so if I am the one on the ground taking care of the fish, what I'm supposed to do is always just input the data. I wake up early in the morning, hey, my fish is okay. You just put it in the app, the fish is okay. Hey, I saw one fish dead. I saw one fish doing this. I saw this. I saw that. Just input that onto the app. Now, what that is going to do is Pearl, the financier, as well has access to the app. So Pearl, as the financier, can also see that, you know what, hey, my farm manager or whoever is managing my farm, today you've keyed in these details. The next thing the app takes note of is your stock. So let's say, because we are the ones going to be telling your people on ground how to take care of the fish, we are going to be telling, the feed to be given to the fish per day. So for example, feeding is done twice in a day. You will let your people on ground know what quantity of feed should be given in the morning, what quantity of feed should be given in the evening. All of these husbandry practices, while we are teaching or we are telling your people to do them on their grounds, the app is also available for them to confirm that they've done that. Now, if things are going south in your farm, for example, today I had 3 mortalities. Tomorrow I had 5 mortalities. The next day I had 7 mortalities. The app will be keeping track of that. And at a point in time, it will just let you know things are getting out of hand. The only thing that will help you is when Latman Farms reaches out to you, we can also have access to the data to be able to trace where the problem is, and we can probably find ways to
That's
tackle
amazing.
that. The next thing from all of this has to do with also financials. So there are instances where you set up a farm, and then for a long period of time, for a long period of time, you are not able to, I would say, because you are probably in the diaspora, right? You want to be abreast with the information on the farm financially. Now you can easily pull a data of the farm and it will pull the entire financials. So for example, if you're expecting, and so it gives you an expected harvest. So for example, you farm for three months. It tells you in 6 months, this is the weight you're expecting. This is the amount of money we should be making. And so then you can keep track of this, because a lot of people in the diaspora want to do a lot of things down here, but we need to make sure that we can track every single process and every single investment. And so right now, what we are trying to do is we are trying to make things a bit more simple and easy. We only want someone who has a bit of desire, who is dedicated to making sure they key in the right data and the right inputs. And whenever anything is not going the right way, you just give us a call and then we will come to your aid.
No, definitely. Thank you so much. And the app sounds amazing. Amazing.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes,
myself,
yes.
I can't wait to use it just to see that detail. It gives you a bit of peace of mind, especially when you might not be around to visit the farm as often as you would love to. At least through
Yeah.
the app, you have quick access to check everything, make sure that you're good, make sure that the people that you've brought on board to take care of your farm are doing well. We have a question from Cousin Vaughn. She says, I am an Afro-American to move into Ghana, and the challenge I feel is how to sell to locals and exports. So she wants a bit of light shed on that in that space. The locals channel, how does that work? And even if she chooses to export, do you have a few tips for her and others on the call so they can learn as well?
Okay, good. So this is tackling different markets. Okay, so let me take the local market first. When you come to the local market and you have tilapia on your farm, the only thing you need to do is to let people know you have tilapia. Because somewhere in December, just December last year, I would say nationally, in all the farms in Ghana, the major farms in Ghana during Christmas, people could not get fish. People who got fish were, let's say, high-end restaurants who pay good sums of money, or high-end hotels, because of the shortage. The shortage. The reason is because when it comes to, let's say, the tilapia market, there is a vast change or vast gap between what is available and what the market actually wants. And so to sell your fish is actually not too difficult. The first thing we need to know is when you start a fish farm, and you don't wait for your fish to be ready for the market before you start to sort of put something out there. Now, when we say put something out there, there are farmers that
Hi,
we've set
Gabby,
up farms for them.
you're breaking a bit.
Is it okay
You were
now?
breaking a bit. Okay, yes, it's better now. Thank you.
Okay. So there are people who have moved down to Ghana. There was this lady who set up a farm in she's not a Ghanaian, she's in America. And she set up a farm, and one day she just reached out to me and she says, you know what, I'm finding it difficult. I just want to clear everything on the farm. We had that conversation. I just asked her a few details. The details I asked, what are the sizes of fish you have, quantity, location, because there are always people who want to buy fish. And so sometimes it's easy for us to connect you to some of these people. But most of the time, what I'm trying to say is when you start your farm, you do not wait for you do not wait for your
Hi,
fish to be
Gabby,
matured.
we missed, sorry, we missed your earlier sentence. If you can just go over that just a little bit. Yeah,
Okay, so I was
thank
saying
you.
that.
We just
So
missed.
what I was saying is that you do not wait for your fish to be ready before you sort of try to get out there. Now, how do you get out there to sell your fish? Some of the ways we easily sell our fish is to talk to those who would buy your fish. And who buys the fish? A lot of the restaurants do buy fish. A lot of um, the grills do buy fish. And so depending on the location, so for example, your farm is in a brewery, the first set of people we look out for are the restaurants around those areas. We talk to them, this is what I have, this is what I have to offer. And then that is the first way to start in to start selling or trying to sell your fish to these people. Okay. when we look at the diasporan markets now, because of the level of demand we currently do have over here, sometimes I'm saying this and I'm smiling. Sometimes you don't even get an incentive to export because of like the volumes you are getting over here and if you are selling them. But all the same, I remember in 2022, I used to send fish to London, and that was because there was someone who was in London who loved my fish, and so what she did was when when people are traveling to or from, she picks fish, takes it over there, she shares them to the African markets or individuals. Now, for you to be able to do this, there are a few things you need to get right. One of them is to make sure your operations on your farm is done well in terms of biosecurity, first off. The second thing is to get FDA and Ghana Standards Authority certification. So FDA is Food and Drugs Authority certification. There is a way you can easily get your FDA certification within less than a month using the government route. That is using Ghana Enterprises Agency. Then the next bit of it is you need to try and get your GEPA license as well. And then basic things has to do with how you package your fish to get it out of the country. Also, if you are taking your fish out of the country, you can look for communities. So, for example, for you in an Afro American community, you can look at people in those communities who already would love to buy this fish. You let them know, hey, I've got a farm in Ghana and I can get you some fish. We just do some samples, package it nicely, vacuum pack it where necessary, and then we send them over there in 10 kg boxes. It arrives, you just take them off and then you sell them. And I mean, normally people do make a lot of money too as well when they sell outside of the country. Someone asked earlier if the app was going to, if there's a
Yes,
subscription
if
for
there
the
was
app.
a subscription with the
It's
app,
it,
yes.
it's a free app. It's free. It's free. It's free. So what I'll do is after this live stream, I'll share some few things. So you reach out to Guba, and Guba will fill you in on a lot of the details. Guba will fill you in on a lot of the packages, and I'm telling you, it is better you reach out to Latman Farms via Guba Network than you reach out to us directly. Because if you reach out to us via Guba, there is definitely going to be something we are going to do for you, and you are going to really be happy about it. But I mean, there is that option. But the app is a free app for everybody to use. So I'll share those details as well. The app, I'll share the app, I'll share the packages. And for those
Yeah.
of you guys who want to visit the farm, I mean, talk to Pearl, we can arrange something as well.
Definitely. You can reach us. I will put our email and our phone number in the chat shortly. So anyone who's ready and even has further questions after this, we're still on the call, but if you have any other further questions, you can definitely reach out to the email or the phone number that I would place there in about 5. So thank you so much. And someone was asking, Emmanuel is asking where the farm is at the moment so he can visit.
Okay, so our visits are normally planned. We don't do unaware visits, but our farm is between Kaswa and a place called Ashalaja. So the main name of where the farm is called Dantra. And I mean, after this call, I'll share the details with Pearl, and she'll share them with you guys. Technically, it's an hour away from Accra or from the airport.
And Tonya has a question. She says, is the US going to be involved in the investments in any way? Has anyone reached out to see how best this can be expanded in that regard?
Again, you said
She's saying, her question is the USA going to be involved in the investments in any way?
okay, so currently what the conversations has been around was if someone says, "Hey, I want to start a farm," right? And then we go and set up the farm. Now, the last year we did a video with Lady Denta, and in the video we're saying that we open slots for people to like we more or less like we grow for you. So we grow fish on our farm for you. The advantage for that will also be that the percentages are also around like the 25% we are talking about and all of that. What we'll do is I'll communicate with Guba because we need to sort of fine tune a few details when it comes to the number of slots that is going to be available, and then we can come to a very good agreement. Okay, so there is an option where you can come and we may set up a farm, run them for you on our facility. But please, let's go through Guba because we need to. Guba is sort of the umbrella community that has a lot of things that we as Latman farms will do for you if you use that route.
Okay. Hello, Gabby, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I think Tonia's question wasn't too clear. So, Tonia, if you want to shed more light on that, or if he answered it the way you had wanted, kindly let us know so that we can see how best to answer the question. Emmanuel is asking if there'll be a recording available. Yes, please. And we'll also make sure that you receive all the materials you would need. Edmond has a question. Are there any restrictions from government agencies regarding fishing in Accra due to health concerns? I understand that poultry farming is prohibited in certain areas. And even after that, is there a permit one needs, Gabby, to have a farm on their land?
Good. So, for example, I started fish farming in my backyard, which is 15 minutes away from the airport, near East Legon. Okay. Now, there are levels to fish farming. Okay. There are the hobbies. The hobbies, we are generally looking at people who are farming and they are not really releasing a lot of things into the environment. Then there are the small scale farms. Small scale farms are probably people who are culturing between 1,000 fish to about 10,000 fish. Then we've got the medium scale farms. Medium scale farms are between 10,000 fish to as high as 50,000 fish. And anywhere above that, we are heading towards the large scale farms. All of these farms do have different things that they come with. So, for example, when I was farming in East Legon, my farm wasn't that big. I wasn't releasing a lot of things into the environment. When I say releasing a lot of things into the environment, because it's fish, generally our fish farms do not smell because of the biosecurity measures and things we put in place. Okay, so during feasibility assessment, we'll be able to look at what location you are on and advise you accordingly. Something for your backyard, something small, you don't have any problem, you don't need any permit. But if you want to do something bigger, then there are some permits you would require. You would require a permit from the municipality. You will require permit from the Fisheries Commission of Ghana, and then any other depending on how the kind of location and the kind of possible issues that may pop out of there. Okay, so for example, if you are going to be tapping water from a stream or you are going to be releasing your fish waste into the stream, of course you would need some permits to be able to deal with or work with.
Okay, thank you so much, Gabby. And for those who are ready to come on board, or for everyone, I'm hoping everyone would send us an email, reach out, because this is an excellent opportunity. And Gabriel has broken it down so that everyone understands what is involved. And Erica has a question. She's asking, can you start with a small investment, then grow into a larger one?
Yes, yes. All of these things are possible. What we did last year was we did a sampling of a few things, right? And so we will come out with like a minimum. So let's say we say the minimum is $2,000. I mean, maybe that is the minimum, and that is for a slot. So there are people who can start with like as little as $2,000, and gradually they would grow. So there are some who say, you know what, at the end of the production cycle and everything, Latman, I want you to reinvest my profit and all of that. All of those things are in there. Are there any hidden fees? The only hidden fees, our packages do not have any other hidden fees unless um, cost of transportation. So cost of transportation is clearly stated on most of our documents that our costing does not include cost of transportation. So depending on where your location is, that will determine your transportation cost. Aside that, there isn't any hidden fee. Unless, let's say, we've set up a farm for you, we are running everything nicely for you on your farm, and for some reason, you want us to really move to your farm to do something on your farm, then that will come with a cost. But I mean, to set up your farm with all the ponds and all of the things, there are no other hidden fees anywhere.
Okay. And we have another question. Can you give the price packages again, just a brief run through for people who might have joined
Okay, all right.
later?
So I would, though I'll share with Duba to share with you again. What I'll do is I'll go through. So you still receive like the full breakdown of everything properly, but I'm just going through briefly. So we've got tilapia packages and catfish packages. For our tilapia packages, the minimum is one for 150 fish. So a pond that takes 150 fish, feed for the first 3 months of production, and the amount is 6,500 Ghana cedis. And then the highest of the package is 1,500 fish, which is 13,500 Ghana cedis. All of these packages will come with tarpaulin, metal works, plumbing materials, installation, the fish themselves, feed for the first 3 months of production, aerators where they are for tilapia, and then cover net and scoop net. So cover net to cover the pond, no beds, and then scoop net to scoop your fish as and when you do want them. So these are it ranges from 6,500 to 13,500 for the various packages. And you can start with one package, two packages. There are farms where we've gone and we've built very two small ponds. They do that for first 6 months. We advise, we consult, we work together with the people on the ground. Then when they believe this is something they really want to do, then we go a little bit big. So just have it at the back of your mind. It is a step-by-step process. All that you need first off is the information, proof of concept. Latimer Farms is always going to be available on standby to provide you with a lot of information. I mean, there's a lot of information we've shared online, even on just education. So you can go online and just learn. We also do have an online course, which is also just online. You can just go and then subscribe. And I would also drop a lot of those things with Guba to share with you. When I was there, you said when you were here, I offered ongoing support. Is that still the case? I'm trying to get so you came to Ghana and you set up a farm, because what we try to do is the success of your
Gabby,
farm.
hi, this is Corey. She was
Okay.
on our trip when we came for the training. Yes, she was
Oh,
there.
okay,
Yes, she
okay,
was on
okay.
site the day of the
Okay,
training.
okay, okay, good, good. So Corey, yeah, we still do. So I mean, the success of your farm, the success of your farm is the success of uh, is Latman Farm's success as well. And so what we pride on is access to information. Like the easiest thing we can share with you is access to information. Okay, so we still do that. Ongoing support is basically if you need an update, let's say I don't know what quantity of feed to give my fish, you can reach out to us and we'll tell you how to go about that. That it's as simple as that. So Pearl is
Okay, thank
6,500 for tilapia is
six five.
6,500.
Okay,
Yes.
6 5. Let me take that edit. Thank you, Gabby. And then also for you start your farm, you're ready, everything is going well. One question I have, and I know everyone on the call would have is how sustainable is it long term? So how long can I run my farm for? Let's say perhaps I start next month and everything is set, my farm is running. How long can my farm run for if everything is in place?
Good. So basic systems are supposed to run minimum. Though we normally do state 7 years for the quality of the tarpaulin ponds and tarpaulin materials, minimum of 5 years, you should be able to run these ponds very efficiently. Most of the time, what you need on the ground is proper maintenance culture. If a pond is not in use, deassemble if necessary, or cover with something. You do not leave them just to the weather. So if you are running all of these things, we've set up a farm for you, you are covering your pond and all of that, then it should be able to last you for your first minimum of 5 good years. Now, if it was a concrete pond, it will cost you 3 times the price. And if it costs you 3 times the price, it cannot be deassembled and assembled somewhere else and what have you. And the difference between the 2 ponds is just cost. They still give you the same quality of fish, they give you a lot. And for new people who are farming, you always want a farm, and every farm is progressive. Okay, so let's get this at the back of our minds. Every farm is progressive, every farm is different. And so today, this is what we are doing on the farm. Tomorrow, you, the financier, can come up with an amazing idea, and your farm should be able to allow those tweaks in there and changes. And that is why we are using some of these systems, and they do last if they are taken very good care of.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gabby. So Erica's question. So to invest, you join the Google network, then you invest in the farm. I would answer that. So you can go ahead and directly invest in the farm, Erica. You don't need to invest in the network first. However, the network is a hub and a family that's ever growing that caters to other services or can support you in other services, especially when you're needing help within Ghana. If there's anything that you need in terms of support, you need information from a ministry, you want to set up something, the network is the right place to join so that we connect you to such investment opportunities. And beyond that, we also support you in terms of making sure that anything you need in Ghana, you can have it in a smoother, soft landing sort of way. So you can invest in the farm directly, but the enterprise network, I advise that you do join because it's a hub that you can directly access a lot of goods, a lot of services, make your life smoother and make everything more easier for you and avoid the hustle and bustle that comes with not being familiar with Ghana's terrain, and if you need any support to achieve any of your goals. Yes. So that's just a bit brief of that.
And then
So
Pearl,
yes, the third.
to add a little bit to what you've said. You see, these are like my dealings with Guba are of high priority to us. Okay. And so if you come and you say, hey, I mean, though you are reaching out to us directly, you are letting us know this is I mean, the reference is from Guba. The reason why some of these things are important is because sometimes, I mean, people do get busy. I can be busy, things can happen, and people are so busy. The moment I hear you are from Guba, I'm telling you, I have to find my way and reach out to you and talk to you. So use the full benefits of the Guba network. Okay, use the full benefits of it.
Yes, thank you, Gabby. And like Corey says, it opens so many doors. There's so much that we do here. If you need help with your Ghana card, non-citizen card, everything in terms of support with running an errand, even in Ghana, wherever you are around the world, when you're on that network, we're going to make sure we get things done for you. So do join as well. And Emmanuel, no, it's not 1,500 tilapia for 13,500. Gabby would
No,
beat us.
no,
It's
no, no. Let
500
me.
tilapia.
No.
Yes, please,
So
please
I
go.
give to I give the minimum of 150 fish for 6,500, and one
Yes.
thousand five hundred tilapia juveniles or fingerlings for 13,500. So he's right.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
for
it's
the
thousand.
package.
Oh, that's even more amazing. That's
Yes. So
amazing.
for
Thousand five
1,500.
hundred
Yes.
fingerlings.
Yes.
I hope we're all on the call and we can hear that. A whole 1,500 fingerlings. And you
Yeah.
can compare that to the profit that you pull in once everything is set and you follow the guidelines. You have the app, you're logged on, you're checking your fish, you're checking everything that needs to be there. Everything is set. Like Gabby mentioned earlier, he's going to provide everything you need to make sure that your farm is running. So it's not just a matter of handing you over the fishes or the fingerlings and you're on your own to survive. No, the Latman farm family, Guba enterprise family, we're going to be there for you just to make sure that you have the right information and the right guidance to ensure that the farm is set and your investment, which you've worked hard for to put in to set up this farm, is running well. So Erica has a question. Okay. So Erica is asking, how do you request the information about the packages to review? Great question, Erica. So you can reach out to the Guba Enterprise Network right here by emailing info@gubaawards.co.uk, or you can reach out to us over WhatsApp or over call on the number on your screen. Again, it's also within the chat box. You can take a screenshot and just have that on key so that anytime you need to reach out, we're right there to help you. Anytime at all, day or night, we're right there to help. Edmond's question is, how about diasporans ready to invest in your business for guaranteed returns, Gabby? Is that going to be considered?
So how about the aspirants ready to invest in your business for guaranteed returns? Is that good? Yeah, so that's what we were saying. So guaranteed returns, for example, if we have an agreement that says returns on investment is 25%, right? And you're in the diaspora, we've got like a contract attached to it, everything is on our farm. You can have someone down here in Ghana who can visit the farm at certain points in time to confirm that production and everything is going on as planned. We sell, and then payments are being issued to you. So imagine we have 4, 5, 6, 10 people from Guba. Now all these people
No,
sort
wait,
of.
Gabby, I think sorry to cut you. His question is referring to Latman Farms. So he's asking for Latman Farms, what about diasporans who are ready to invest in Latman Farms for guaranteed returns? Are you going to consider that?
Yeah, so that's what we piloted. We piloted that last year, and we ended in April. So we ended this month, and we guaranteed the returns because of what we are doing. Because the business does a lot of different things. We are into input supply. We are into fish production. So we sell fingerlings. We don't sell feed, but we also do consult on farms, and there are other projects we consult on. Some are even government projects. So there are these people. Last year, what we did was some of them decided to invest in the business. We had a document attached to it. We told them we are guaranteeing the returns, and then we gave them options. So they gave us a Ghanaian account. And what we did, some would say, every quarter, make this payment into this account for me. So we had that agreement in there. Some too said, you know what, don't make any payments in there. What we'll do is at the end of the production period and everything, and the end of the life cycle of the contract, you pay both the principal and the interest. All of these things are possible. All of these things are available. I will
So if
share at the end of this call with Pearl again, like a quick brief flyer that tells you this is the amount of money minimum we are working with, this is the duration, this is the percentage you are looking at, and then we are in business.
So this is for people who want to directly invest in Latman Farms in terms of
Exactly.
equity and all that. Okay, so you
Exactly.
have a flyer that we can share. Great,
Yes.
that's
Yes.
amazing. That's
Yes.
amazing. We have another question. Pierre is asking, I would need to own a plot first. Is that the case? Would someone need to own a plot, or you have a system where if someone is ready to invest and they don't have a plot, there's some kind of arrangement that can be done? Over to you, Gabby.
Okay. So currently on the farm, the space we have on the farm is slightly limited. Okay, so that's what's happening. So if you want to run your own farm, yes, you need to have your a land so we can run the farm on your land for you. Okay, but all the same, as I said, we would communicate to you guys again because we want to see if there are some slots available for people who want us to do the farm for me thing if it's possible. And so when the window is open, we share with Guba. The window will be opened somewhere in May. So just just be on standby. Somewhere in May, early May, we'll open a window and then we'll tell you, let's say we can only accommodate X number of ponds, and we are going to do that for you on our facility. This is what the financials looks like. And then if you want to subscribe to subscribe to it.
Okay, great. And we have another question. What size land do you suggest buying to start with the intention of growing or expanding?
Okay. So most of the places where I've visited, right? If you do not have any land at all, then we have this question. So there are a lot of people who would reach out to you and they say, "Hey, I don't have any property. I don't have any land in Ghana. I want a land and a space, and I want to use to do this fish farming. Can you recommend?" Most of the time, what I do is I'll tell you a minimum of a plot will do because a plot you can culture between 10 to 13,000 fish on one plot of land, which is 70 by 100. All that we need is a proper drainage working in there and as big as how much you have to offer or how much you want to use for your project. Okay, by a minimum of a land that this is this is a land fully dedicated to my farm. I know a lot of people who are now trying to get like an acre, they'll buy like an acre so they can do a bit of, if fish is what you want to do, they do a little bit of fishing here and then they do a little bit of whatever crop of animal or whatever there and that kind of thing. Yeah. So the only mistake you don't want to make is you don't want to buy a land where you bought too small and now you want to expand and you can't expand over there and you need to go somewhere else. So these are all conversations that we would have during the feasibility assessment. Because during the feasibility assessment, we've gone to the site, we've seen the land, we can tell you, you know what, this land, this space, we think if you want to take advantage of it, you can take advantage of it. The only thing we do is we don't sell land, we can just go there and then advise accordingly.
Okay, thank you. Antonia's question is, what is the name of the app so
The
that
name
everyone can perhaps tap on their app
So
store to
on
have a look?
the name on the app is the name on the app is still Latman, and then there are a few inscriptions attached to it. It's still at the testing phase, and so what we'll do is for you to if an app is on the testing phase, you need text flight to be able to access it, and so it's just still at the testing phase, and then
Okay.
you'll be able to have access to it. Yeah.
So when do you think the app would be available for all to have access to? Can
In
you give us
Lebanon,
a time frame?
so developer gave me a maximum of 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, that
Yeah,
sounds good.
maximum.
And that's right around the corner. So I would say one question that I have again is for diasporans who are not in Ghana that they're ready to invest. What are some of the key things they should look out for in staff that they want to bring on board to care for the farms? I know you mentioned that the farm opening would be in May for people who want to have that on your site. But for those who have their plots and they're ready to start, what are they supposed to look out for or advise their staff to keep in mind whilst on the farming side as they watch from afar, of course?
Good. So if we to set up a new farm in a new space, what we are looking out for, as I said, is or let's say you are sourcing a space. So you are trying to check whether your space is viable, is going to be viable for a fish farm. First of all, we are looking at the land size. We are looking at the accessibility to the land, access to water, closeness to water, electricity, and some of these basic things, and security. The next thing we are looking out for is we are not looking for a place that is flood prone. You don't want a land where it's in a valley, it rains, and then everything washes down whatever you've done. I've seen it before. There's a guy from UK. He came down, set up some farm. He didn't structure things well. Just one outpour of some rain, and then everything was gone. He called me, and that was the first time we even started talking because now everything was gone, and we now started a conversation. Then the next set of things you want to get is make sure the person going to run your farm goes through the training. So we've got different levels of training. We've got like the one-on-one on the farm training, which takes about 3 good days. We've got collective training. So collective training, we did something with Guba where about 30 good people came into our farm. We trained them over there, taught them what they need to know, and then they were able to start their own farm. Aside the person being trained, some of the other things are things that we would do for you in terms of quality of the setup, quality of the materials, quality of the fingerlings, quality of sourcing of feed. These are things we would use our current insights in the market and what have you to advise you accordingly. Then, aside a person who is being trained, you need someone who is committed to the cause. So, when I say committed to the cause, someone who is proactive and not reactive alone. And so, someone who, because there is an app, the person is someone who's going to report on the app, going to key in the details, going to be abreast with every information on the farm. These are things that we need. And someone that when we give a directive, so for example, you know what? Feed the fish at this time, at this quantity, they are going to do exactly what you said. If you can give us just one person who has a teachable spirit, willing to learn, and is proactive, I'm telling you, we can make things happen. Because we've done this with someone. There was this farm we set up for a lady. The farm manager is a 91-year-old person. The only thing he did was to do the basics. Hey, you guys said I should change water. I've changed it. You guys said I should put in feed. I've put in feed. You guys said I should do this. And when I went there and I saw the results, I was blown away. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gabby. And when for someone who's new to the space, in the agribusiness space, there are several opportunities. We have SARSUP, we have other farming opportunities. What makes this sector, or where would you rank fish farming when it comes to the agribusiness sector for everyone on the call so they know at what level fish farming is at and as compared to other agribusinesses?
Okay. So first thing I look out for, reason why I settled down on fish. I was supposed to probably have some poultry farm somewhere. There are a few reasons why I settled on fish. One is space. A pond that takes 1,000 fish is, in terms of land size, is just 18 by 10 feet space. That same capacity, you can't put 1,000 beds in there. So it makes efficient use of space. Two, protein requirements. Though people we eat a lot of chicken, we eat a lot of eggs. If you take into consideration, we eat a lot of fish. Generally, every Ghanaian eats in a year about 21 to 25 kilos worth of fish. That is a lot of fish. And so, if you look at piggery, people eat fish more than pig. If you look at some of these other things that people do, you realize that when it comes to fish, the requirements and the intake is extremely high. The last thing I also say is this is a market where myself, so take a very good look at me. Myself, I didn't really, I would say I'm not someone who's probably supposed to be enjoying the privileges I'm enjoying currently in this industry. It's an industry that is extremely untapped. And because it's extremely untapped, it makes the gold mine worth the while. And so I decided to choose fish farming, look at it, and the expected markets and developments, according to FAO, when it comes to fish farming, is astronomical. By 2030, we are expecting that fish farming in Africa should grow to about 54%. That's amazing. Now, if that's what's happening, I want you to join me and let's make the money together. Let's make it work so that when people are happy, they give us their monies and we can live a very comfortable life.
Oh, I like that. Join and make the money together, definitely. And I like how you shed light on the fact that it's an untapped industry. There's so much potential, so much space for people to still come in, buy in, and make their profit. And Cousin Vaughn is asking if one borehole would be enough water to supply a fish farm or the fish farm.
Okay, so when it comes to boreholes, for example, on my farm, we have two boreholes. Currently, we are going to sink extra two boreholes. There are farms that use only one borehole and they are extremely efficient. Location is of the essence. Depending on the kind of location where you find yourself or where your farm is, you may get a lot more water. And so there are farms that run 5,000 capacities on just one borehole. Farms that run 10,000 capacities on just one borehole. And so it's more of the locations. If you have a good location that has a lot of water down there, I'm telling you, you don't have any problem.
Oh, thank you so much, Gabby. We're wrapping up. So, any other burning questions just before we wrap up the session would be great. I would want to just ask as we wrap. Okay, great. We have a question from Demetria. She says, are there areas of the country you think would be better for the fish farming? She's moving to Afenia.
Good. So Afienya, you are very close to Akuse, along the stretch. Now, you see, when you look at the Volta Lake, okay, the Volta Lake runs from Akusumbo, and then it comes all the way down. It runs to from Asutrari. It comes down to behind Akuse, and then it goes to Sogakope. So there are lots of farms along that stretch. So, if you want to set up a farm in such an area, it can be an amazing place for you to do that. You just need a good borehole that has low level of salt, and you are in business. Afienya is a very good location. I think we've done a couple of setups along that stretch from Tema to Afienya. We've done a lot of setups along those areas.
Okay, great. And now, Gabby, I know you've given us plenty reason for anyone on this call to be ready to invest probably tomorrow. But one question I wanna ask for anyone who might be still on the fence, despite everything that you've shared, can you just give us one sentence as to why they should choose fish farming today to make that investment?
So earlier when I was joining this call, I said there's a aquaculture development plan which we're looking at the industry currently in Ghana, and the industry are looking at figures around about 150, not more than 150 million in terms of what is expected in aquaculture. Currently, as I speak to you now, by 2026, we are looking at double of that amount of money. We are looking at in excess of $300 million for the same industry in terms of growth. In 2 years, if this is the figure we are looking out for, it tells you there is a lot happening. And so don't wait till it's too late before you make the decision. Don't wait till we are all comfortable before you think about it.
Oh, thank you so much, Gabby. Demetria has another question. She's asking if she gets a desalination unit, is that okay if the water at the borehole is salty?
All right, so it depends on the level of salt. There are some levels of salt that your fish can accommodate them. Okay, so what we'll do is when they sink the borehole, right, when they are done sinking the borehole, two things can happen. The first of them is you can let the borehole guys run a physical chemical test So physicochemical test is where they will take a sample of the water to Water Research Institute near Alliance Francaise. And what they'll do is they'll run a complete test of the water, tell you the drinkability of the water. They'll measure it according to WHO standards. But when we come in there as well, we measure it according to fish standards. And so we will do that first. And then now we'll advise you based on the level of salinity or any other issue that the pond may be facing.
Okay. Tonya is asking when is the best time to visit Ghana? I think in regards to the fish farm, and when is the best time to come in and see where they can set up or where they can start?
I mean, the best time is when you are ready because
Yeah.
people are coming in. Like, I have someone who came in last month, someone coming in this month, some people are coming in June. I mean, when you are ready and you want to come to the grounds, come to the grounds.
No, definitely, definitely. I think at this point we can wrap up. We want to say a big, big, big thank you to everyone. I know Lady D is here, yes. So I would hand over to her just to thank everyone as well.
Well, that was an amazing interview. Thank you so, so much, Pearl. That was a high five, girl, high five. You know, as I keep saying, for me, Lapman Farms is, you know, someone that has been doing it for many years. He's got a track record. We've been to the farms, we've seen it for ourselves, and we can testify. And he does training, as he mentioned. So if you don't want him to do everything, he can train you guys to do it yourself. Okay, so there's that option as well. I just think that, guys, look, we need to be looking at how we can feed the nation as Africans, okay, and not importing so much, but actually us growing and exporting to others. So I'm really, really excited about this opportunity for you guys. Make sure that you join the GDN, Gooba Diaspora Network. We give you influx of knowledge, influx of information, so that you can make the best informed investment viability for yourself. Yes. So thank you all so much for watching. All of you that have invested to be on the platform. This is what we want. We need to invest in ourselves for us to gain the knowledge that we need. And so, you know, make sure that you're sharing this with people that, look, Gooba Diaspora Network is doing this on a monthly basis. We're going to bring Gabriel back if you want him back. I mean, you guys wanted Grow For Me back. We're doing it every single month. So whenever you feel like, okay, we need to do another session with Gabby, we're happy to do that because we want to keep our community informed all the time. So guys, please, please, please subscribe to the network as well on YouTube as you're watching the Gooba Enterprise, and we will bring you more. You might say, you know, Odenta, you know, there was a company that came to us this week. They do, you know, all of the fork and knives that you find in your dishes when you buy takeaway, you know, the little plastic, and it's got the spoon, it's got tissue, it's got toothpick, the fork and knife. They came to us like, Denta, we want to open up to investors. We are getting so many people, but we are vetting it for you. We're making sure that they are vetted, because as soon as we put it out, we want to make sure that our family, our community are investing in the right thing. But honestly, agriculture is the way. Don't get left behind. We need to grow what we eat. We need to grow what we eat. Look, I went to the UK a few weeks ago, and anybody that knows me is I love plantain. I love my boiled green plantain. And I bought one in the UK. It was huge. It was a big, like, plantain. And I boiled it. Guys, no word of a lie. The water turned black. The water was black when I boiled it. That means all of the chemicals that they are using. Yes, all of the chemicals. That's why we need to grow what we eat. If I boil plantain here, I will not have black water. It's not possible. And the plantain, usually plantain, you leave it out 2-3 days, it's turning into, it's turning ripe, it's turning cocoa, you know, so you can fry it as well. This thing was out for 2 weeks and was still green. There's an issue. So it's really important that, yeah, Gabby, I kid you not, this was a few weeks ago in London. But I kid you not, we need to grow what we eat. It's so, 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 so important. So guys, please get in touch with us. We are open. Any questions, we will connect you to Gabby. The app, if you want information about the investment opportunities to invest in actual Lapman Farms itself, we will send you the information, we'll send you the deck, we'll send you all of the information that you need. But we're here to help you. We are the soft landing for the diaspora. And we want to make sure that, you know, more of you are coming back. We know that not everybody's going to move back, but we can all invest and give back. So guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. And if you do also want to come and do a tour and see it for yourself, I believe in that. I really do believe in you guys coming to see for yourself. Because sometimes we talk about it and you might not believe it. You might have your reservations. Just come and see. You know, come for a week. Come to the farm. Go and see it. Ask Gabby questions. Ask the team questions. And ask people that have also invested questions as well. So I'll leave you. It's a beautiful Sunday evening. I hope you've enjoyed the interview. Please subscribe to our network and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Gabby. Okay, so Gabby's gone. Thank you so much. You are in love. We're in love as well, sis. Come back, girl. Come back. Bye, everyone. I'll see you next time. We're going to be doing tomato farming. Do you know that Burkina Faso has said, Ghana, we are not giving you any more tomatoes. You need to farm and do your tomatoes yourself. So we're going to be doing a session on tomato farming as well, how you can get involved. It's really also a lucrative business. So stay tuned. We will be bringing you more. And if you're part of the network, you get it first. Yeah, a discount as well. So join us. Okay, guys, I'm going to go. All right, bye. Bye.